UEFA Nations League is back again today, this 19th of November, this Tuesday afternoon, and in this video I'm going to break down my value bet that includes the games from Wales and Iceland, and we're going to be looking at the Bosnia and Netherlands game. But before I do so, an absolutely amazing day yesterday. On my previous video, 3 bets sent out for the Nations League. Yesterday, 3 wins. Made a lot of units, advised to place 2 units on each bet. As you can see below me, we've been on absolute fire all season. The road to 100 units is just getting closer and closer. And with the Premier League, football, La Liga, and all the other major leagues coming back pretty soon, gonna make full advantage of that and try and clear 100 units by Christmas. But enough waffle, let's get into the purpose of the video. So only 1 bet for the slate of games today. So like I said, we're going to be looking at the Wales game and the Bosnia and Netherlands game. I'm going to be advising to place 2 units down on this bet builder. As you can see below me, we're going to be taking under 1 goal in the first 10 minutes, under 2 goals in the first half, and no red card in the Wales and Iceland game. Then just 1 section in the Bosnia and Netherlands game under 5 goals. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to start by looking at the Wales and Iceland game. Let's talk a little bit about the goals. So their last game, Wales blew a 2-0 lead, and Iceland got those 2 goals in the second half, and there was a draw. There was a 4-4 draw. If you take a little look at Wales's recent record, you could take a look at their past 10 games, to be honest. See a lot of draws in there, a lot of low scoring games, and I'm predicting for it to be the same again this afternoon. When looking at the UEFA Nations League table, they sit at 19th on 9 points, so a point would favour them. I think they will want to get the 3 points, but I think they'll most definitely settle for that low scoring draw if that opportunity presents itself. So the over 2.5 goals only has a 50% probability. The over 1.5 goals has a 70% probability, and the both teams to score section has a 45% probability. The corners in the last game were really low. I think there were 6 corners in total. The projected line for this game is 9. Now let's have a little look at Wales and how they perform, or how they have been performing in the opening 10 minutes, because we're taking under 1 goal in the first 10 minutes. So goals conceded by Wales in the opening 10 minutes, so they've conceded 9 goals in this campaign in the Nations League so far, and not a single goal has came in the 0 to 10 minutes. But a bit of a different story in regards to goals scored, and I'll explain why I'm backpedaling on this in a second. So goals scored by Wales in the opening 0 to 10 minutes, they've scored 4 goals in total. But let's take a little look at Iceland coming into this game. So Iceland, they went 2-0 down in the first half against Wales last time around, so they're definitely going to be setting up their team, I would like to think, in the opening few minutes of the game to be a bit defensively. You think they're away from home as well. I just can't see them conceding too early on. So goals conceded for Iceland in the opening 10 minutes. They've only conceded 1 out of the 16 goals so far in this Nations League campaign, and they've only scored 1 out of the 17. So just a nice bit of logic behind that. Wales do have a decent track record of scoring pretty fast, but I wouldn't be going with this line if they were away. But for the fact they're at home and Iceland went 2-0 down against them in the last game, you just read the situation. I can't see Iceland getting caught on a counter in the first 10 minutes in this game. So under 2 goals we're going to be taking in the first half. Let's take a closer look how that projection looks between these two teams. So over 1.5 goals in the first half for Wales has a 30% hit ratio, and the exact same for Iceland, 30% hit ratio. Over 2.5 goals in the first half only has a 10. Now if we take a closer look at the second half, so over 1.5 goals in the second half has an average hit ratio between the two teams when putting both of their averages together. It's 55%, and the reason is quite high because over 1.5 goals in the second half for Iceland has a 80% hit ratio. Now let's take a little look at the cards. The referee involved today in the last past 165 games, he hands out a card every 17 minutes. Let's take a little look at the red cards. So he has a 0.3% chance of handing out a red card in this afternoon's game. So we're playing with really good probabilities. The only one I can see possibly killing us is not the under 1 goal in the first 10 minutes. I think that's going to definitely come in. It's the under 2 in the first half. Now all the lines point towards that not coming in, but of course this is sports betting. We went 3-0 yesterday. The day before that we went 1-1. The day before that we went 0-2. So we've been a bit up and down with the Nations League, but we've actually came out on profit over the past few days. So with looking at that bet builder, I do like the 2 units. I was going to make this a 3 unit play. In regards to the Bosnia and Netherlands game, if you just want me to quickly touch up on that, we're taking under 5 goals. I don't believe Netherlands are going to be putting their strongest side out. For example, their last game against Bosnia was 5-2. The game before that 3-1. The game before that 0-0. But that was in 2020. But I just can't see I can't see Netherlands putting out a strong side today. I saw some stuff online about certain players might be getting rested. If you look at their past 5 games as well, they've all been between the 1 and 5 goal line. I do understand those teams are much more competitive than Bosnia, but I just really do like that under 5 goal section. The probability of it as well when looking at these two teams for the goals. For example, over 4.5 goals when putting their both averages together has a 25% hit ratio. So just a 1 bet builder for today. Like I said, going to be recommending 2 units down on this in total, hopefully to stay hot and make it 4-0 on the back end of the Nations League. That would be nice considering the start we had. As you can tell, I'm fairly new to creating content, so if you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day.